This is just the Bourbon Betters coming to you to see who are the last two teams to get into the Final Four, and we're going to take a look back and see who are the first two to get in on Saturday.
Earphones a little bit. Hey, freak.
All right, let's take a look at Saturday's games. You had two games played. It was number 3 Illinois against number 1 UConn. Illinois came in at 29-8. UConn 34-3. UConn was 8.5-point favorite. Over/under was 154.5. Illinois beat Morehead State, Duquesne, and Iowa State to get here, while UConn defeated Stetson, Northwestern, and San Diego State to get here. UConn advances was what I told you. They did. They dominated Illinois. I didn't think Illinois. I thought Illinois was playing really well all tournament. This is the first game where they didn't look like the Illinois that had been playing in the previous games, and I think you just got to give all credit to UConn. That defense is it's nothing to play about. It's starting to look like the same thing they did last year. They got to the Sweet 16, Elite 8, and just started rolling. So I told you to take UConn to advance. They did. I told you to take the under. The under did hit. I told you to take the team total under for Illinois at 73.5. It was under, so that one hit. I told you to take Shannon on the over at 22.5, and he'd hit every game so far this tournament. He only had 8 points against UConn, against that defense. I told you to take Spencer under 2.5 threes, and he only had 1. I told you to take Newton over 5.5 assists, and he had 5. So you had 3 that hit in that game and 2 that didn't. The next game was number 6 Clemson against number 4 Alabama. And starting off that game, Clemson looked like they were going to run away with it, but Alabama kept plugging away, and wound up winning the game. Clemson was 24-11. Alabama was 24-11. Alabama was a 3.5-point favorite, and the over/under was 164.5. Clemson defeated New Mexico, Baylor, and Arizona, while Alabama defeated College of Charleston, GCU, and UNC. Alabama advances, like I said they would. I told you to take Nelson over 11.5 points. I think he only had 8. I told you to take Sears over 20.5. He hit. I told you to take the over. It hit. I told you to take Shefflin plus 10 points, or plus 9.5, over 9.5. It hit. He had 18 points. I told you he would have over 9.5 rebounds. He had 11. There was also a single game parlay where he would hit 10 on both of those. You could hit that one. That would have hit because he had 18 points and 11 rebounds. I told you to take PJ Hall over 16.5. He only had 14. So for that game, we were 4-2 when it comes to bets. So that's the first two teams in. You're going to have UConn and Alabama. It should be a good game. Next weekend, you've got the defensive UConn against the offensive Alabama. And I'll take a look at it and see which way I think it's going to go. But for the day, I was good. It was a good day. It was 2-0, which brings me my bracket total for the whole bracket so far, for the whole tournament. I'm 38 wins and 24 losses. And then the bets yesterday, I did really well as well. I was 7-4. We had 7 wins, 4 losses to bring the bracket total for bets to 39-39. All right, we'll be back in a minute to talk about Sunday's games. Y'all have a good day. Hey guys, if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button down at the bottom. Also, subscribe to the channel if you'd like. Leave a comment and hit that notification button. Hit that bell for notifications.
Suggestions in the comment. Let us know what you want to see us drink. Let us know what you want to see us review. Let us know what game you really want to hear about. We're here to let you know. We're here to win you money, and we're here to win money too.
All right, who's going to be the last two into the Final Four? You got number 2 Purdue against number 2 Tennessee at 27-8 against number 1 Purdue at 32-4. Purdue is currently a 3.5-point favorite. The over/under is 147.5. Tennessee defeated St. Peter's, Texas, and Creighton, while Purdue defeated Grambling, Utah State, and Gonzaga. Tennessee advances, in my opinion. I think they're going to beat Purdue. I think you should take the 3.5 points with Tennessee. I think Edey is going to go under 24.5. Under 24.5. And I think Connect is going to go over 20.5. So those are the picks I got for that game. The next game is the ACC rivalry. in-state rivalry. Two teams don't like each other. NC State Wolfpack coming in at 25-14 against the number 4 Duke Blue Devils, 27-8. Duke is a 6.5-point favorite. The over/under is 142.5. NC State defeated Texas Tech, Oakland, and Marquette, while Duke defeated Vermont, James Madison, and Houston. I've got NC State advancing. They beat them in the ACC tournament. They played really well. They're not scared of Duke, and they've just been playing really well, and they're really hot right now. So I've got NC State advances. You take the 6.5 points. Take Filipowski for Duke to have 8.5 rebounds, and take Roach for Duke to have under 1.5 threes. But take DJ Horn for NC State to have over 15.5 points. That's all I got for these two games. Should be some good games, especially that late game. Always in-state rivalries and conference rivalries when they play in the tournament. It just seems to be elevated just a little bit more. So good luck out there.
Come from a place in the sun I know some won't ever see. And I'm ill, so I ride with the steel, 'cause the real few and far between. All alone in the world so cold. I know some say I'll never learn. I spit fire and I bleed whiskey. Won't you please just let me burn?